They said the truth won't survive beside the lies that maintain the decaying faces of this place.
Oh, man, what's up, man? What's good, everybody? I mean, coming off of work, this is another random time stream, it's just very random time-wise on my way home from work. But basically, man, I've been thinking, man, from the previous stream last night, and what I realized is, man, if you go back in our history, man, if you go back to the history of mankind, and you go back to basically go back to when man discovered fire. You know what I mean? If you go back to when man discovered fire, you know, just put your mind in that. A man, our pre-ancestors discovered fire, and his first thought was, how useful will this fire be for me? How useful will this fire be for me, and what can I accomplish with this fire? And how can it help my family, my fellow man? When man discovered fire, when man discovered fire and just figured out, let's use this fire. Let's figure out what's useful about it, and let's do some good. You know, and you got to understand the meaning that fire had. Once man discovered fire, it basically placed us above all the other animals, man. I mean, when you think about it, it's one thing to make some tools with some knives, some stone, arrows, and all that stuff. But once you can control the element of fire, when you can create fire and just utilize it, you're above all the other animals. You know what I'm saying? You gotta look at our history and say, yo, what other form of life on this earth besides human beings can utilize fire as they so please to? You know what I'm saying? My bad. Eating some peanuts. Basically, what other animal on earth could just use fire? Use fire as a tool to advance themselves, man. Every other species on earth, fears fire. They run away from it. They don't know what it is, man. It might be a lightning storm that burns down the savannah. You know what I'm saying? It might be a drought that starts a fire in the jungle. But mankind has mastered fire, man. Mastered fire to the point where you can use fire to, create weaponry. You know what I'm saying? Use fire to basically change the environment. You know what I'm saying? And you got to think about where that places us, man. Because there's no other creature on earth that has mastered fire, And the reason I'm so focused on fire is that it's like we were talking about, my apologies for using like, it's basically to go back to what we were talking about before last night. Mankind used to be all about technological advance, getting this technology to get an advantage. And now, now that is gone, man. It's become a goal of how can we have social innovation? You know what I'm saying? How can we have social innovation versus technological innovation? I mean, how can we have people identify as, gender fluid, things that should be private? You know what I'm saying? That whole gender thing, things that should be private unless publicly presented. You know what I mean? We went from trying to figure out technology and mastering it to, you know what, let's innovate social awareness. Let's innovate social awareness to further divide mankind and use that as propaganda to manipulate people rather than let's advance technology, man. Oh, my brother was good, man. American was good, man. American Negro was good, brother. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. We went from advancing technology to, you know what? What else can we advance socially? You know, what other form of gender do we need to represent? You know, what more things socially do we need to innovate, which basically alters and distracts people from technological advancement? You know, that's what we've gone to. I mean, look at the year 2020, man. The year 2020 and the 2010s is a joke, man. You know, it's a fucking joke. You know, instead of technological advancements in 2010s, we had freaking gender advancements. You know what I'm saying? More people. Oh shit, Tuesday. What's good, man? What's good, brother? I'm just out here walking, man. Walking and talking, man. You know, after work, just going live, chopping it up, man. But basically, man, we went from technological advancements, man, to basically social agenda advancements. You know what I mean? You gotta look at the year 2010s. Think about the year 2010s. You know, of course, we had the internet improve. You know, you finally got faster. We went from 3G to 4G. You know, better Wi-Fi and all that. But you know, after that, of course, you had the electronic cars and you know, social media got its full grasp. You know what I'm saying? 2015 should have been. Oh yeah, I'll do it. You bring up the hoverboards. I mean, the word hoverboard has been bastardized, man. You know what I mean? We have. They're telling us it's a hoverboard, but it touches the ground. Touches the ground, and they're telling us that's a hoverboard. What is hover about the current hoverboard we have, man? And in all honesty, the current hoverboard we have today just shows you where society stands, man. It's not about technological advancements. It's not about wonder anymore, bro. It's about basically giving you something to accept. You know what I mean? The hoverboard today. I remember when I saw the hoverboards come out and I was like, what the hell? What the hell is hover about this? It's still touching the ground. I mean, what is innovative? It's actually, I forget the word for it. A lot of cops in the mall ride it. I think it's a Segway. It's basically a Segway without a handle. That's what the hoverboard is. Or basically a scooter with the wheels on horizontally. You know what I mean? There is nothing futuristic about it, but that's the current society we're in. You know what I'm saying? You go watch the movie Back to the Future and you see Marty McFly in that hoverboard. And here's the funny thing about hoverboards. It's more than possible today, man. We have the technology to do it, and there's multiple ways to do it. I mean, you could make a hoverboard with magnets, you know what I'm saying? Electromagnets that push you off the ground, or you could make a hoverboard with kind of as forget what they call them, boats. It's a boat with a big wind turbine on it, you know. But you could do that where you have a board where it has two spinning propeller blades under it that just spin extremely fast that push you off the ground. You know what I mean? We have the technology, but it's not about technological advancements anymore, man. We're in the age of social advancements. You know what I mean? 2010s, you know, the advancement we've had is gender fluid. People are gender fluid now. You know what I mean? It's a fucking joke. You know what I mean? Uh, what about the magnets put to repel? Yeah, dude, you could put the magnets, and you could put, for example, a smart magnet that would repel the magnetic weight. You know what I mean? Send a different magnetic pulse that'll cause you to hover. But they don't want that, man. They don't want you to have technological advancement, you know? They don't want you to have technological advancements on that level, you know? I mean, when I look back at 2010s, I look at it as though, you know, besides beside the internet getting faster, what else happened, man? Oh, bald MH was good, man. Besides that, you know, what happened, dude? You gotta look at it. We went from a species that, you know, captured fire, man. You gotta think about it. You gotta put your mind into that man who started fire, man. Social advancements. Yeah, oh, I agree with you, man. Well, that's what they've done. They've basically, what they've done is they've turned social awareness and social activity as a way to basically limit people from technological advancement. You know, it's as though I was saying yesterday. You know, you could create you could create a flying airplane, but if you didn't get all the genders on that plane, it wouldn't matter. You know, so you know what I mean. That's where we're at right now, man. You know, so that's what happens, man. We're no longer at the point where they care about technological advancement. It's about social advancement. Bald MH, for example. You know, Bald MH makes a freaking car that doesn't run on gas. You know, runs on flour. You know what I mean? But did he get all the genders in that car? You know, is that car gender fluid? You know what I mean? What they've basically done is, man, they've created the living distraction, man. The public, what the government and the corporations have done with all this gender fluidity thing. I mean, even when you apply for a job right now, you try to apply to a job, they ask you for your gender. Why would you ask me for my gender before you ask me for my sex? Whether I'm man, woman, or in the middle, I think it's called a hermaphrodite or something, where you're born with both. You know what I mean? The reason they don't ask you about your sex anymore is because if they did, it would basically undermine the gender they're selling. You know, all this gendernomics crap they're selling. You know what I mean? Because if they ask you about your sex on a job application, you know, whether you're male or female or a hermaphrodite, then they would basically be taking money away from people having those transition surgeries, man. You know what I mean? It's all about a high level of manipulation to actually keep us from, you know, technological progression from a mainstream perspective. You know, it used to be, you know, if you were a technological person, you were terrified of the oil industry. Oh man, the oil industry won't let me make a car that runs on electricity, runs on water. That used to be the fear. That was in the 2000s. Now in the 2020s, you know what I mean? Your worst fear is, man, I hope I don't offend a gender when I make this technology. And I gotta get all the genders in it, even though they're all freaking man or woman or humans. You know what I mean? But it's about getting the genders right. You know, in the 2000s, we were invading the Islamic world. In 2021, our civilization is falling apart. How the mighty have fallen. Well, Tuesday, the thing is this, man, the civilization hasn't fallen apart. You know what I mean? Because you still have all the innovations and all. It's just that what's happening is that the government and corporations, they're enacting their absolute law. They've basically, the whole goal of the 2010s was to turn the public, the public thought as a weapon. You know what I'm saying? Use the public to basically dictate what others do. If the government comes knocking on your door and tries to cancel you, that's dictatorship. But if your fellow citizen comes to try to cancel what you're doing, that's basically citizens caring about what's going on. So what they've done is they've manipulated the public and used the public as a weapon and as a tool to dictate and limit what you can and can't do. You know what I mean? For example, look at Twitter. Look at Twitter. They've even shown that Twitter has far less users than it actually has, and that the majority of people tweeting are actually a minority. And now, if you know how a website works, you know that Twitter, if they want to, they can decide what's trending or not. For example, hashtag cancel this, cancel that. Now it has 1 million views. You can artificially set up these views. You know what I mean? You can artificially set up whether they have a high level view counts or whatnot. It's not hard, you know? But basically, the society ain't falling apart, man. It's just that what's happening is the mainstream as a whole, it's all about pushback. As I tell people, man, I personally believe technologically we're over 5,000 years behind. You know, we're over 5,000 years behind. Everything you see that's coming out now should have been done. For example, right now, this facility has just gotten a grant to bring back the mammoth. To bring back the mammoth, and it's $15 million. They're gonna bring back the mammoth that went extinct 10,000 years ago. But dude, we could have been had the mammoths back in the early 2000s. You know what I mean? We could have been had them. But the problem is, oh shit, Woody, what's good, man? You know what I mean? In fact, let me open up the stream, man. I'm not gonna be on here long, but I'll be on here for a minute. But you know, basically, man, they've killed innovation, man. Oh, you on your way bed? All right, there, no problem. You know what I mean? Woody, get some sleep, dog. You know what I mean? You got filming to do for wife on Woody. You know what I'm saying? You might want to make that into a shirt, Woody. Wife on Woody, man. But basically, man, we're at the point where you gotta look at what happened with this whole pandemic, man. You gotta look at it as a great pushback and a great stall. The whole goal of this whole pandemic crap was to basically stall innovation, limit it. You know what I'm saying? Limit innovation and stall what was being accomplished. And they achieved it, man. Where are we gonna put the mammoths? Well, they're going to put the mammoths in I think the Antarctic. They're gonna bring back the mammoths and put them back in the Antarctic Circle because we gotta look at it as the early humans The early humans didn't know about preservation or the balance, the balance of life, and they just hunted those mammoths to extinction. So now they're planning on bringing the mammoths back to slow down the global warming. You know what I mean? And because the mammoths played a major role in that ecosystem, you know. But think about it. They spent over 20 years talking about global warming as though, some type of event that just took place. And then now they're talking about de-extinction, bringing back the mammoths. You know what I mean? Bring back the mammoths now in the year 2020 because, now they want to give mankind accountability for eliminating the mammoths and actually causing a lot of this global warming. So they all these years, 2010s, they've been saying global warming is about your car and your vehicles and all this. When in reality, a lot of global warming and what's going on is the unbalance of nature and how we've actually eliminated a lot of species from the earth that had a major role to play in the biodiversity and the ecosystem, you know? And I mean, also, again, one thing they won't mention with global warming that's funny about the mainstream, they won't mention that sometimes the earth moves closer or farther away from the sun, which will either make the earth colder or warmer. So a lot of global warming is out of our hands. Now, can you bring back the mammoths? Yeah, bring back the mammoths, they'll do something. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, the earth will be moving farther or closer to the sun one way or another. You know what I'm saying? But with even with that mammoth thing, they got $15 million. You know, but now we're moving towards space with these. I mean, I think Bezos and what is his name? Elon Musk. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to have hotels that orbit outside of the Earth. You know, fancy hotels that orbit outside of the Earth, and spaceship rides outside of the Earth or whatever. But and what I find funny is that we're trying to leave the Earth when we've yet to cure cancer. You know what I mean? We've yet to cure cancer. We've yet to build people's. Let me see. Did you mean no? I met Elon Musk. We've yet to cure cancer. We've yet to cure AIDS. All these diseases that are earthbound. It took me a while to understand, man. We won't survive space. You want to know why we won't survive space? My thoughts on it is that, dude, we can't even survive the diseases on Earth. If we can't even survive the diseases on Earth and we haven't cured or mastered the diseases on Earth, how are we going to survive the diseases in space, man? The diseases in planets outside of the Earth. You know what I'm saying? And that's where you see it's all a scam. You know what I mean? All this NASA stuff, NASA wants to take you to space, get you to space, get you to travel to space and all this stuff. Dude, how are we going to travel to space when we don't even have cures for certain sicknesses on Earth that another planet will have an alternative form of that disease or that sickness? You know what I'm saying? So all this stuff about, let's go to space, let's go to another planet. Dude, how are we going to go there when we've yet to master Earth? The fact that people are still dying of cancer in the year 2020 just shows you how much of a failure we are, man. It, uh, oh, yeah, oh, dude, Matthew, man. Matthew, 100%, bro. You know what I mean? We wanna visit all these other planets, yet we've yet to master, we've yet to tame the earth. You know what I'm saying? Because they've placed propaganda and social agenda above us actually having physical achievements, man. They've placed all that above physical achievements, and now they're telling us, well, there's another planet just like the Earth. Well, dude, how are we gonna survive this other planet? Oh shit. What is wrong? Yeah, what's good, man? Yeah, basically, man, how we gonna survive space? How we gonna venture out to other planets when we've yet to solve the issues of this Earth, man? We've yet to solve cancer. We've yet to solve AIDS. In all honesty, and this is why I say we're over 5,000 years behind. In all honesty, in 2020, man, no human should be worrying about cancer. No human should be worrying about AIDS or all these old sicknesses that are from the 80s or 60s. We shouldn't have to worry about that. You know what I mean? But but what's happened is that they've placed the agenda above any solutions, man. I wouldn't be surprised there's a cure for AIDS that's being hidden somewhere. But that's the goal, man. The goal is to limit what we can do so they can sell something. You know what I mean? A 5-year-old said we need to stop. Oh, yeah. Oh, your 5-year-old knows. Stop polluting the earth. Yeah. But here's the thing about pollution, man. There's a whole goal about pollution. I mean, it's been said that certain underdeveloped countries will be more polluted than others. You know, like I went back to Haiti, man, and the amount of garbage I saw in Haiti was insane. They're giving Haiti plastic, yet Haiti doesn't have a recycling facility. You know what I mean? Doesn't have a recycling facility. That polluting doesn't matter to them, man. You know, they'll keep polluting all this plastic because at the end of the day, it's agenda over physical, actual technological advancement. In all honesty, the fact that we're still using plastic is a sign that we failed. We got all these computers. We have all the ability to basically simulate things, yet we don't have cures and solutions for the most simple aspects and issues, you know, because it's by design, you know. And no one should be starving. Yeah. Well, starvation, the thing is this, man. The way the earth is going, the way everything's going right now, it's all set up for failure, man. The truth is we have more than enough food in this world, you know, but and how you can tell, starvation is planned is that, think about it. You wake up every day. Think about it. Like, for example, I've stopped eating chicken for a minute. You know what I mean? I don't eat as much chicken as I used to because I got bored of it. Even my body's been telling me, yo, you've been eating chicken since you were little. Eat something else, dude. The thing is this, on earth, we have more than enough food, but mainstream tells us, well, you can't be eating wild boar. You know, it's unhealthy to eat this animal. Son, you shouldn't be eating deer. You shouldn't be eating, you know what I'm saying? I think they got a muskrat problem in certain sections of the country. The problem is, the reason there's so much starvation in the world is that they've limited what we can eat. They've limited what is acceptable to eating when our ancestors were eating freaking grub worms. Our ancestors were eating a far more diverse and varied, a far more varied diet than we're eating today. Dude, every day we eat the same shit, man. Dude, I just, one day, dude, I bought some chicken. I cooked it for myself. I was cooking it and eating it. And, and my body told me, dude, it's bored. It's tired of eating chicken, man. So I've been reaching out to order other things, man. We have more than enough food on earth, man. The problem is that they've basically limited what is acceptable to eating. You know what I mean? If you're eating deer for, they make you eating deer seem like it's something, they make it seem as though it's something strange or gamey. It's food, man. It's fucking food, bro. But what they've done is they've limited our palate and what's acceptable to eat. You know, it's all we eat every day is chicken, pork, uh, turkey here and there, and beef. It's literally four animals, and duck here and there. We have more than enough food, man. It's that they've limited the fact that, for example, they've even shown that you eating a grasshopper, you eating insects, you actually get far more of the protein and the nutrients from that insect than you'll get from chicken or pork. For example, they've said when you eat chicken and pork and all these animals, you only get 30%. You only get 30% of what's useful from them. But because we've moved away from our ancestors and what they ate, that's why we're getting sick and all that. We're eating the same shit every day, man. You're either eating chicken, pork, or beef. That's the majority of the meals on everybody's table. You know? You know what I mean? Well, Biden, man, the thing about Biden's border patrol, it's all, dude, it's all designed to further create a distraction, man. But what's going on with all the Haitian migrants there? It's a distraction, man. It's a distraction from proceeding and moving forward. That's really what it is, man. It's all a lie. And hey, America's all, the Haitians are literally, Haiti is basically not too far from Florida, you know. But with Biden, man, Joe Biden has done nothing but continue the distraction and continue to push back from innovation. I mean, think about it. 2018 was the last moment America was free, man. Think about it. 2018, we weren't wearing masks. The only thing you had to worry about was the flu shot, and that wasn't mandatory. You either took it or you didn't. Now we got to worry about these mandated shots and all this stupidity for no damn reason. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to force us to take this and that, when in reality, it's just a distraction, man. You know, the fact that, and as I tell people with this Conan 19 that's going on, the fact that they don't speak about the homeless, the fact that they don't say it's an epidemic, we have to get all the homeless, get them together, and we have to give them the serum. You know what I mean? We got to give them the serum because the homeless would spread it. They're the ones that don't have access to clean water as much or bathing. The homeless would be the first goal to actually end this epidemic. You know what I'm saying? We've learned from the Black Plague. If you watch the Black Plague, when it happened during that time, a lot of the people didn't have access to clean water. They weren't cleaning themselves. The way the society was run wasn't very clean or hygienic. You know what I'm saying? And now you're telling me we have an epidemic, yet you're not getting the homeless and you're not giving them the serum. Instead, you hear some type of message. Well, they got over 350,000 pages of research. Yeah, 350,000 pages of research, but not 300, not 350 days of results. You know what I'm saying? It's all about maintaining the delay and derailing our future, achievements. I mean, think about it. 2018, we didn't have all these masks. 2018, people were living their lives. Now, let's say 2022, New York removes the mandate. All of a sudden, they remove the mandate and stop acting stupid with this dumbass serum. Now we go back to 2018. We go back to 2018, meaning we wasted 2 years. We wasted over 2 years. So 2019 was a waste. 2000 because 2019 they were preparing for 2020. Then 2020 they wasted that whole year with all these dumbass curfews, all this stupidity. Then 2021 now they're mandating schools to get the serum, and they're not even worried about if you get sick. If you get sick or you're allergic or the serum causes some type of BS on your body. You know what I mean? You can't sue Pfizer. You can't sue Johnson and Johnson for this serum. You know what I mean? You can't do nothing. They're allowing these companies to basically use regular people as live experiments. You know what I mean? Some people have had allergic reactions. Some people have gotten really sick. And the stupid thing about this serum is that, okay, so if you take the serum, you're going to be less affected by it. And if you don't, you'll be so-called more effective. And here's the dumb thing. A few months before they mandated, they said if your immunity is strong, you don't have to deal with it if you got these immunity crap. But then they realized, well, Johnson and Johnson and Pfizer won't make money if you talk about their immunity. You know? So it's all, dude, it's all designed. Because what I've been trying to tell guys is look at it. 2000s, we had the war in Iraq. You know what I'm saying? For no reason. It was a waste of time. It was a moment to derail technological innovation, derail the American people, resources. 2008, we have the bubble where all the homes, the housing bubble blew up. You know what I mean? Had a recession. Now, 2020, we have this whole Conan 19. It's all designed to distract and derail the innovation we could have achieved, man. That's all this is. It's all a moment to utilize and limit what we could achieve. Wasted 3 years, man. 2019 waste, 2020 waste, and 2021 is a damn waste. I broke into. Let me go through these comments. 6 months, yeah. They made it in 6 months, but here's the thing: what facts do we have that this isn't the flu shot? You know what I mean? And now they want you to get one shot, then a booster. Dude, it's insane, man. They don't even want you to live. They don't want your immunity to fight it. Dude, I had it 2000, what was it? It was 2019. You know what I'm saying? I got very sick in 2019. Around December, late December to 2020, I got a very bad sickness, man. And I sat through, drunk some ginger tea and some herbal remedies, and I got through it and have not gotten sick ever again. I haven't gotten COVID-19 ever again, man. And I'm hugging people, I'm shaking hands, I'm living my life, man. My body's immunity kicked in, and bam, I'm good. But they don't want you to rely on your immunity, and they don't want you to think about that. They don't want you to have anything that doesn't make them money. You know what I mean? Because what's really happened is that the government has sold the rights to, they've teamed up with all these corporations, Pfizer and all of them. They've sold the rights to your body. They've sold the rights to your body and to replace your immunity. You no longer have immunity rights. You don't have the right to be immune or to recover from something without taking a shot, without paying somebody. What the government's doing now is basically, with this whole mandate and all this stupidity, is they're basically declaring it's illegal for your body to defend you, your own immunity. You know what I mean? Because this isn't smallpox. This isn't the Black Plague. This is something you can get over. You know what I mean? Dude, I haven't had it since, that early 2020. Because I caught it, my whole neighborhood caught it around 2020, man. The whole block was sick. Funny how we've had the flu all these years and the whole neighborhood didn't slow down, but somehow a magical thing pops up. You know what I mean? Now we all got sick at the same time. What the government has declared with all this stuff is that it's illegal for you to rely on your own immunity. You know what I'm saying? And you could see from that bum Dr. False Fauci, where he said, well, if you have certain immunity, you'll get past it and you won't need the serum. Now he changed his whole mind to say, well, everyone must get the serum. And that this is the same guy that said, once you get the serum, you don't need a mask. You know what I'm saying? You don't need a mask, and now you get the serum, you still need a mask. You know what I mean? You still need a mask even if you got the serum. You know, it's all about making your body, your immunity. The government wants to dictate your cellular immunity. It's now illegal for your body to protect you. That's really what's going on. You know what I mean? With the pandemic, yeah, that's really what's going on. Because the fact that I walk, like if you go, for example, go around your local area where there's a lot of homeless people and try to look for the homeless people you remember, you know? Try to look for the homeless people you remember. And if they're still here, if they're still walking around healthy and they're still homeless, then where's this damn pandemic? Where's the dead bodies all over the streets, man? I don't see them. Where's the dead bodies all over the streets? You know? Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, the message, man. The message was deep, man. I plan to cover hip hop. I plan to get into that a little more, you know? But yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. Dude, I just eat right and, drink a lot of herbal. I don't drink soda. I don't drink soda. I avoid high fructose corn syrup. You know what I mean? I've been building my immunity, man. You know what I mean? Been building my immunity. And the government, all the government is fighting for now is that we have your mind, we have your mind. We can send propaganda to you at any time. Now we want the rights to your immunity. We want the rights to decide how your body faces, outside issues, man. That's what it's become. The government now wants the rights to your immunity. You know what I'm saying? You should not get better from a sickness without the government, without using something the government approves. You know what I mean? That's what it is. That's what it's become. It's a battle for your body. You know what I mean? And the battle, oh, it was good, man. It was good, dude. You know what I mean? It's a battle for your body now. You know what I mean? It's illegal, or the government is basically saying it's illegal for your body to actually be immune to something without using something the government approves. It's illegal for you to use herbal remedies and cite herbal remedies over their government approved scientific BS. You know what I'm saying? It's illegal. I mean, right now, man, I've never felt such shame, dude. You look at the country now, you see kids going to school. The government has learned, man, we had too much freedom, man. You know what I mean? We had the freedom to grow up and face the world without fear. You just feared being hungry, starving, not having a home. Now the government, you got to look at all the kids going back to high school, going back to college, kindergarten, that got to wear masks and be terrified as they grow up in this fear, consumed by it and thinking this is normal. You know what I mean? It's sad that you look at the country now and you see people wearing nothing but masks and looking stupid, you know, looking idiotic and terrified, and then saying we're a country of the strong and the free. You know, how are you strong and free when you're not allowed for your own body to resolve something? You know what I mean? Huh. Dude, 2018, who would have imagined that in 2020, 2021, everyone will be wearing masks and looking stupid and scared of an invisible disease that for some reason is scared, that won't mess with no one else if you're 6 feet apart. And the funny thing people don't get about 6 feet apart, and how you could tell this has a lot of, metaphors and wordplay and BS, is that you're 6 feet deep when you're dead. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. 6 feet, 6 feet when you're dead, you know? But you want me to be 6 feet apart. They want you to be a living example of death. Be 6 feet apart from other people, but stay as close to the government orders and your phone as possible. And how you could tell this is a further scam is that all this mask wearing is going to further pollute the world. You got people going outside wearing masks. During fresh air, you got people wearing masks. They got them so scared they don't even, you know what I'm saying, when they go outside walking in fresh air, they're wearing masks. You know? It's fucking insane. You know? That's what's going on. They got everybody fearful of living, man. You know? And they've won. That's the victory they wanted. And it exposes how hypocritical. So you want to end pollution, you want to end global warming, but you're telling people to buy and wear these plastic masks that they're discarding all over the ground, all over the world, yet you want to end pollution and global warming. Get that BS out of here, man. Oh, Australia, I haven't even looked at Australia, but Australia, they're done, man. They're in the social agenda Olympics, man. Australia, Canada, they want to see how far they can push it. They want to innovate social agenda. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, I mean, I seen it. I mean, I seen some of my homies, man. A lot of my homies ain't scared. They don't even wear the mask. The normal people shake your hand, do what they gotta do. You know, I mean, I've had people embrace me. They're not asking me. They're not asking me if I got the sheep serum, man. You know, it's crazy, man. We went from 2000. I'm telling you, dude, go on YouTube right now, bro. You get the time. Go to YouTube and search videos from 2018. You know, tourist 2018. 2018 was the last time this country was free, man. Last time. You see masks on the ground everywhere, man. Killing everything. Oh, my boy, man, Bald MH, man, the legend. Well, when will it end? My theory is it might end in 2022. You know, 2022 to 2023. Because my theory is that they wanted to scare as many people they can to get in it. But pretty soon they're going to see a lot of money's being lost. A lot of people aren't working, a lot of stuff. It's harming a lot of things. And them telling you to get these booster serum shots, you know, they're basically telling you, we want you to take these serums every month, every day. We can decide you need more. You know what I'm saying? That first dose isn't enough. You know what I mean? We need you to get another and another. You know what I mean? We own you, you know? But you know, man, it's a crazy time. But me personally, I think it's gonna end in potentially 2022. You know what I'm saying? Their whole goal was to get as many people to take it as possible. You know, as many people to take it as possible, and pretty soon it's catching up. They're losing money. A lot of money is being lost because of all this crap. You know what I mean? A lot of money, and there's far more to this than meets the eye, man. A lot of mom and pop stores are closing down. You know what I mean? The big companies have won. The bigger companies, this is basically a mass execution of the independent companies, man, your small mom and pop stores. You know what I mean? It wasn't enough for them to have a curfew. That wasn't enough to have a curfew. And give me 1 minute. I put on this stupid mask. You know what I mean? It wasn't enough, man, for the small businesses. They lived. Now they're having a mandate. They want to destroy everything, man. But I'd say in 2022, we're going to see the change because too much money's being lost, you know, too much. But, yo, man, it's been an honor. Thank you all for, being on the stream. And, yeah, dude, I had to wear my mask, man. You know what I mean? But, before I catch the train, I'm just saying, think about it. The government now owns your immunity. They now own your inner body. You can't be immune to something on your own now. You can't say I'm just healthy anymore. Well, did you take what the government told you to take? That's what healthy is. The healthy is you following orders and you not allowing your body to naturally deal with something. Well, guys, I gotta take the train. It's been an honor. Peace.